Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Miftah Asrari from Ar-Rahman. I disagree about MRT or monorail in Jakarta because I doubt that MRT program will give profit to MRT company and government of Jakarta. Jokowi, the new governor of DKI Jakarta, said in newspaper last month he asked to PT MRT Jakarta, the company that worked on the project, about ROI, return of investment from this project. He said from 2 times meeting with PT MRT Jakarta, we still didn't give explanation that make him satisfied. PT MRT Jakarta still doubt about this problem. In my opinion, everybody has car and motorcycle in Jakarta now, and they usually use it to go to work or have recreation in the weekend. How many passengers will use monorail per day? How many passengers will use it to go to work in the morning and go home in the evening? How many people will use it in the weekend? It's a big question for PT MRT to answer. It is possible to change Jakarta's citizen habit from using their private car and motorcycle to use monorail. If government of Jakarta cannot change it, it's only a few people who wants to use monorail every day. If the income from passenger ticket cannot cover operational costs, it will make the company that run this program lost and bankrupt. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Halo, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indrani from Ar-Rahman. I will explain about monorail contraction will cause a lot of negative effects. I will take the sample of the impact on public transport, which has been operating in Jakarta, like Kopaja, subway, busway, and metro mini. Monorail contraction, if it actually realized, will greatly affect those working in the fleet of transport, such as transport companies that itself and the workers as a driver and a helper. I think they are already burdened with the soaring cost of fuel, and they now should be burdened with the monorail transport. And how they can survive with such a condition? I think the best move is to stop the contraction of the monorail, which costs a very large income, may not cover operation because the monorail is also operating at a deserted empty passenger and better funding their use to improve existing facilities so that passengers feel comfortable using the existing infrastructure. Okay, I think enough. Thank you.
Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Elia from Ar-Rahman. I disagree about MRT and monorail project in Jakarta because the first will create a new congestion along the road under the railway, because part of the road will be used to put the poles and the rails, so access in and out of the alleys along the way Fatmawati, Singamaraja will have disrupt. The second, increase the number of unemployed, because will kill the business in the Fatmawati regions. I think have started live since last 20 years. So, if the business until destroyed, how about them? How the fate of those who lost their livelihoods? Does the government will compensate for them? The third will create new slums along the railway. Air pollution, because many logging and dust pollution from construction project. just the government provide health insurance for them? I think no. So I disagree about that. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi, I'm Harry from TK Rahman, and here I want to talk a little about MRT in Jakarta. I disagree with the current MRT project in terms of financing procedure that involve foreign party. Financing the project by using foreign loan will impact directly on the fare charged to the passenger. As we all know, the MRT fare has been decided to be around 38,000 rupiahs. I guess it is still too expensive and burdensome for the passenger. And if the price is expensive, people will be reluctant to use the service. Consequently, it will not be in accordance with the original purpose of MRT, which is to tackle traffic congestion. One of the parties who is in opposition to the MRT project is director of the Institute of Transportation Indonesia, INSTRAN, Mr. Darmaning Tias. He questioned the loan given to finance the project agreed by Japan and Indonesia. He stated that in developing mass transportation infrastructure, both central and provincial government do not need to use foreign loan. The loan will potentially have a significant impact on the fare since it becomes a component to determine it. According to him, the central government can fully contribute to the MRT project without using the loan from Japan.